Hi, I'm attorney Nick Alcock. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in Phoenix, Arizona. I'd like to talk a little bit about how sentencing works for felony matters. So if you are facing a felony matter, at some point they're probably going to make a plea offer and you get to determine whether or not you go to trial or take a plea agreement. If you do take a plea agreement, you typically aren't going to be sentenced the same day that you enter the plea agreement. Get in front of a judge. Judge will read the plea agreement to you more or less, ask you, are you understanding this? Are you doing this because you want to do it? Is anybody forcing you, threatening you to sign this plea agreement? And is it something that you really want to do? Then they're going to ask, well, how do you plead? Do you plead guilty or not guilty? They typically are not going to give you the option to plead no contest unless there's a really good reason for that. And no contest is usually when somebody is either impaired by alcohol or drugs, or they've been in an auto accident, they just don't remember very well what occurred. And most of the time, a prosecutor is going to allow somebody to plead either guilty or not guilty and not make that offer for no contest. So if you're pleading guilty, that means when you go to the probation department, you are going to be interviewed by the probation department. They're going to ask you, well, how do you feel about what you did? That probation officer is going to submit a report to the court, and then 30 days after your change of plea, you get in front of the judge. Judge will look at that report, and they're going to be looking at all these factors. They're aggravating factors and mitigating factors. And they're going to be determining what kind of sentence you should get based on the good and the bad. The mitigating factors, the best mitigating factor really that's out there is acceptance of responsibility and family support. You want to bring your family to court, you want to submit letters, you want to basically show that you've got the support out there, that people respect you, admire you, and they're going to support you in your path to rehabilitation. If you don't have that, then the best thing you can do yourself is write a very detailed letter to the court. Always have your attorney take a look at that letter before you submit anything, though. And before you open your mouth and you tell the judge anything, you should really run that by your attorney and make sure you're not saying something that could possibly backfire. The judge will look at your prior felony convictions. The judge is going to look at how many times you've been in trouble before. The judge will look at the facts of the case and how egregious they are, how serious they are, whether or not there was an accomplice, whether or not there was, the crime was for monetary gain or pecuniary gain. All those factors will be considered by the court, and then the judge will sentence within the range of the plea agreement if that's what has been, if that's what you signed. If a plea agreement is for a range, say between 1 year and 4 years, the judge will look at all the facts and determine whether or not you should get a sentence that's less than normal or more than normal. In a case where you are facing a tremendous amount of time, it is a very good idea to make sure that all of your ducks are in a row, that your attorney is filing a sentencing memorandum, that there is a very, very comprehensive and clear idea as to how we're going to get you the least amount of time possible. It's one thing that my firm does. We do not mess around with sentencing. We make sure that letters are submitted. We submit the sentencing memoranda very, very early on. We will contest any issue in that pre-sentence report that could hurt you. And those sentencings can really hinge on little details, a little mistake. I've seen so many times, I'll be in court and watching somebody else being sentenced, and I see someone say something the wrong way, and the judge takes it the wrong way, and they wind up getting more time because of that. And you've got to be prepared going into sentencing. So if you have any questions about how sentencing works in Maricopa County, give us a call, 602-989-5000, 602-989-5000. You can speak with an attorney over the phone. Be more than happy to walk you through the process and help you out. So I appreciate it. Thanks so much.